friends, to the 11th episode of FinWiz, the Friday's Fire Chats. Hi, Karthik. How are you?
Hi, sir. Fine.
Fantastic. And friends, we have again Karthik with us. I had introduced Karthik the last week to you. So Karthik and his team of 22 people at Joker Creations are instrumental in ensuring that all the videos that you're seeing in my channel are beautified and making it very interesting with superb animations and all, and helping me reach it out to you. So Karthik, we were discussing in the last episode on the three different kinds of income. Predominantly, we were talking about how people sweat and blood using all their manual labor, skills, and knowledge and earn income, which we call as an active income. And when you keep thinking of how long will I keep running behind earning money, then you need to go to the next stage of creating passive income, wherein money starts working for you. Active income, where you work for earning money. Passive income is where money starts working and earning more and more money for you. And the third kind of income is speculative income, where you believe in the lady luck to smile on you, and it is not always guaranteed that you can make some money over here. And majority of them, when they involve in speculative activities, only land up as losers. So going ahead on our discussion from there, Karthik had a very important, pertinent question he was asking the last week. That is, what do we do with all this income? So Karthik, what do you think is the purpose? No, we run behind earning money and so much of time is being spent in this activity, economic activity of generating more and more income. What do you think is the purpose of all this income, Karthik?
Yes, it's actually the main purpose is to be happy in life.
Karthik, believe me if I tell you this truth, the happiest person is a pauper and not the richest person. The richest person has too many problems to cater to. But anyway, that's on a lighter side. What do we do, Karthik, when we earn an income? What is it that you think we do?
Yes, sir. We need to spend the money without any constraints.
So you want to spend money without any constraints. Okay. Fantastic. So when you are talking about spending money without, typically, people comment that I want to buy without even seeing the price tag. So all that is good just to make comments. But if you look at in reality, where is the money going? Where is the money going? Most often, as they say, roti kapda makan, taking care of your basic necessities in life. So typically, it starts with the rental expenses. If you are living in a rented accommodation, even if you are living in your own premises, you will have some kind of an expenditure taking care of the property, maintenance and all that. Okay, so typically something or the other will go for a repair. Either the fridge will go for a repair or the water is not coming properly, so you'll have to change your pipelines and all that. So there will be maintenance of the property even if you are in your own accommodation. And the basic necessities like you will have related to living and food, that is purchase of groceries, milk or vegetables or fruits or egg and meat items, and maybe even the provisions, basic provisions that is required at home. And going on after that, utilities. Typically, today, if you look at most of them might not even have good drinking water facilities. So they buy water cans and there is money spent on purchasing drinking water. Along with that, utilities like electricity and gas and many other such utilities. If you are living in a flat, there is a flat maintenance expense that you pay to the association at the flat. And if you are having maid servants paying their salaries, and if you travel a lot, okay, irrespective of how you have a vehicle, how many vehicles you have, you might have some public transport expenses. It could be metro or a bus or local trains, or if you are having vehicles, you spend on fuel. Sometimes what happens, people also go from one vehicle to the other, from a car, from a probably two-wheeler, they go to a car. In a car, they go from a hatchback to a sedan. Even if the petrol expenses are with respect to the price of the petrol, even if it is the same for the last 1 year, almost in India, the petrol price has not increased, but the expenditure on petrol has increased in families. Okay, so I'm sure as a youngster, you have a vehicle and you'll keep adding some accessories to it, right?
Yeah, sure, sir. We have done it.
So people will do all that also, adding accessories. And related to the housing also, you will have expenses like changing upholstery. You get bored of seeing the same curtain and you want to change the curtain, or you want to change the sofa set and all that. Sometimes, health related expense also could be there. Not only your personal health, maybe once in a while you might see a doctor, but apart from that, you'll also want to take care of your near and dear. maybe related children. If you have small children, you might spend on vaccination for the small children, spouse related health expenses. Even if you are not living in a joint family system, you might still be supporting the expenses of your parents and parents-in-laws, right? That is still there. You would have seen a lot of families, right, Karthik?
Yes, sir.
So financially, we still continue to support them. So there are expenses related to the dependents also. In some cases, let us say you are the eldest at the home. You might have a younger brother or a younger sister, and they are not yet settled in life, or they have not yet started going for a job. They are still studying. You might be supporting them financially, giving them some kind of a pocket money and all that, right? Sometimes, even when you have children, paying up their education expenses, I'm not talking about only the school fees. Okay, apart from that, we put them in so many extracurricular activities, right? From swimming class to chess class to dance to sports and many other such extracurricular activities. All of them come at a cost, right? So there are these kind of expenses. Beyond this, sometimes people also are in debt. Not in a debt trap basically, but in debt, meaning they would have had some EMIs built up predominantly for vehicle, either a two-wheeler or a car or a personal loan or a home loan. Sometimes even on a swipe of a card, they would have converted into EMI. Sometimes even people buy mobiles and TV and fridge on consumer durable loan. So if you look at most of these EMIs, no, they come immediately 2 or 3 days within the salary payment date. So they are the first guys to swipe out the money from your bank account, right? So when you're talking about all these expenses, most of them might look like, okay, yeah, these are basic requirements to have a decent life. But beyond that, I want to have a little more comfortable life. I want to spend a little bit for my leisure and my own personal, taking care of my grooming. So people will spend up on clothing or good footwear or going to parlor or spa. Or if you are a sports geek or a health freak, you will spend up on some gym expenses or some kind of hobbies that you might have. You have some expenses related to that. You will also have expenses related to if you have pets at home.
Yeah.
Right. So those of you who are rearing pets, I'm very sure you will know that it is sometimes a little hefty bill. You also want entertainment. Most often, Karthik, if you look at, do you see OTT series?
Yeah, sir. Actually, for OTT series and all, we have to buy all the subscriptions in various platforms.
Correct. It is sometimes some friend will suddenly come and ask me, "Arey yaar, did you see that particular series? You might not have subscribed to that OTT. You might not always ask for their username password, so you might end up buying." See, the money could be a little smaller, just 1,000 or 1,500, but still it is an expense, na? We also need entertainment in life. You need to enjoy life. So you will spend up on DTH, OTT memberships, or even some club membership. You might be a part of some social clubs and all that. When you're talking about OTT, you need to support it with proper data. So you will have internet related expenses. And yes, there are still people beyond OTT. They go and watch out movies in cinema theater. So you would want to freak out with your friends. I'm sure you will go out for a lot of weekend outings.
Yes, every weekend we'll go out with friends.
So when you are going out, you will have some expenses on food, restaurant, bars, shopping malls, and all that, right? So yes, you need to enjoy life also. So we will have expenses on entertainment. But sometimes people go beyond that. They would also want to give some kind of a gifts on the birthdays or any such occasions on marriage, anniversary. Not only your near and dear children, parents, parents-in-laws, brothers, sisters, siblings, but even your own colleagues with whom you are working or your besties, the best friends, right? I'm sure you would have received also, you would have also given.
Yes. Actually, I plan to giving to my friend.
Yeah. So again, we go on a lot of vacation and holidays. This is surprisingly in the recent past, I'm seeing that's a trend, Karthik. Almost everybody, especially the youngsters, they want to have at least one vacation a year. Most often post-COVID, I see there is definitely a boost in the domestic tourism, but sometimes even people want to travel abroad and see different kind of countries. So you will have travel-related expenses, be it on accommodation or booking your tickets, be it a train ticket or a flight ticket, or even sightseeing when you go there, right? Even if you are a little bit more elderly and more spiritual, I'm not talking this spiritual, okay? You will want to go for pilgrimage trips. You would also participate in a lot of donation and charitable activities. You might want to take care of some temples around you, churches, mosques. You might donate to all that. There are also, I have seen people who take care of the education needs of the children of their mates.
Yes.
You will also see in most of these websites and all, support the education of a girl child and all that would come. So there are people with that philanthropic mindset and would want to keep aside some money for that also. Apart from all this, this is something that you want to really do and have a great life. Mentally, you want to be happy, as you rightly said. No, you want to spend and you want to be happy about it. But there are some statutory expenses also that we have. If you have a vehicle, obviously you will be paying vehicle insurance premium.
Yes, sir.
When you are paying for vehicle, you need to pay for your life also and your health insurance premium. Some of them who are professionals will have professional indemnity policy.
Yes.
You would have taken a protection plan for your home, so home insurance also could be there. So apart from all these insurance expenses, some other statutory expenses could be like your taxes. If you have a home, you have a property tax, water tax, sewage tax, and most importantly, if you are earning, I am very sure you will be a very honest taxpayer. Not talking about happy taxpayer, honest taxpayer. You will pay the taxes at least, if not on time, meaning every quarterly people have to pay advance taxes if it is crossing a particular limit. But at least at the end of the year, when you do an income tax filing, you might land up paying along with some penalties and interest also. So those are statutory expenses. So if you look at, apart from this filing, you will also pay auditor fees. And if you have a legal advisor, you will have some expenses related to that also. Right. So the list goes on, Karthik.
Yeah, actually, I've given such a big bucket list. Buckets, like it looks scary to me. So actually, definitely, sir, these are all the expenses are there. I know, but I am actually unaware of the expenses.
That's the worst part, Karthik. That's the worst part. See, making a mistake is not wrong, but then repeating mistake is definitely wrong. You will look like a fool. So when you're talking about spending, yes, there are expenses. We do spend most of it. Yes, I am very sure. As you rightly said, most of these expenses are there, but we are unaware. That is the biggest problem. If you are unaware of the money drain, where the money is going out, how much ever you earn, it will be insufficient in life here.
So it's a very
broadly, Karthik, you can actually divide these expenses as discretionary and non-discretionary. See, what do I mean by discretionary is you can have a check on how much you are spending, how many times you are spending. Meaning, let's say, for example, you are eating out. If you are a little constrained, you can probably cut it down. Maybe instead of every week, I'll make it once in a fortnight. Or instead of this restaurant, I will go to some other restaurant. Even in Swiggy, when you order, probably you look at, okay, this is seemingly very pricey. I look at some other restaurant offering the same dish. So you can have a choice with respect to how much you are spending. But there are certain expenses where you don't have a choice. Meaning, let us say you're talking about rental expenses. Can you go and bargain with your house owner and say that, sir, my salary has not increased, so I cannot give you a higher rent? Sometimes he will say that, Arey, sorry, sir, even I have to take care of myself. So maybe you can look at some other place. And if you are probably going to some other place with a lesser rent, you might land up compromising on certain amenities.
We're not also having a comfort zone in this.
Are you willing to compromise on that?
No,
mostly nobody wants to compromise. It is like saying the school fees is very high where my child is studying. So probably I will put him in a government school. Nobody does that. Right? So these are non-compromisable. So non-discretionary expense is something that most of us are aware, because we cannot bargain on it, we cannot have a control on it, and you will list down, these are the expenses, but you can list down. But this non-discretionary expenses are sort of, we are aware. Discretionary expenses, it goes on. Like a water, it flows. Because we don't have a control, we might not even have a check on it. That is a scarier part, Karthik, actually.
So then how do we have a check on these expenses? So what do we need to do to have the control on these expenses?
Fantastic, Karthik. You asked a very important question. For that, we will have to wait for the next episode where we'll talk about how important is budgeting and how can you bring budgeting in your personal life as a good habit. So, my dear friends, what is the most important point that you liked in our entire discussion today? Do share with us on the comment section. And if you liked this video, do click on the like button and share it with all your friends. And to get continuous updates about our future episodes of FinWiz the Fridays Fire Chats, please do subscribe to our channel. So on that note, Karthik, you asked a very important question. Hold on. We will do catch up on that in the next episode. Till then, signing off for today is Subhash and
Karthik.
take care. Bye-bye.